Hi guys, this is Simran and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be going over a scenario where we want to utilize UCCX's IVR capability to perform some actions in Call Manager database. Traditionally, both Call Manager and UCCX have always had distinct API architectures. Call Manager relies on SOAP-based AXL APIs, whereas a UCCX only allows REST to interact with other applications. So if we wanted to talk to Call Manager directly from within a UCCX script, then that's unfortunately not possible through traditional means. So the question is, how do we get past this challenge? One of the solutions to this problem is to set up a middleware app in the path that's going to translate REST to SOAP and vice versa. So basically, as far as UCCX is concerned, it's only talking to the middleware app. And as far as Call Manager is concerned, it's also talking to the middleware app. This way, both UCCX and Call Manager don't have to change their native behavior. They can keep talking in the native language, and the middleware app will do the heavy lifting of converting the data from one format to another. Now, let's actually have a look at the use case we are tackling today. Okay, so this is a high level overview of the use case. A user basically calls into the contact center. He then enters his employee ID. The system checks whether the employee ID is valid or not. This can be done in multiple different ways, like having an API communication with a third-party application or database integration, etc. In our case, we are using this JSON file as the quote-unquote employee database, because my focus in this video is primarily to demonstrate the usefulness and the advantages of having a middleware app in between. If you want to understand more about DB or API integration with other applications, then please feel free to reach out to me. Now, if the employee ID is valid, it moves to the next stage where the caller is given two options. Option one is to check what extension is assigned to the caller, and option two is to reset his extension mobility pin. Based on which option is selected, its respective API requests are sent to the Django Middleware App, which translates them into the appropriate SOAP format for CUCM to understand. Finally, if the whole transaction is successful, the results are relayed back to the caller. Otherwise, a message the system is unable to perform requested action, please contact service desk, is played to the caller. Now, as you can see, this Django middleware app is the most critical component in this workflow. So let's quickly have a look at its structure. Okay, so this is the app. So the middleware app is basically a web app, and there are multiple different frameworks like Django, Flask, and Fast API that you can work with to build such an app. I'm using Django since that's what I'm comfortable with, and I've worked with it in the past. I won't be covering Django framework itself in detail since that's out of scope, but you can always refer to the official documentation or reach out to me on LinkedIn or on my website for any clarifications. Now, I've split the code into two files. The views.py file is actually what's going to receive the communication from UCCX. It has two functions. One is to retrieve the user's extension detail, and the second is to reset, which is here under put method. It is to basically reset the extension mobility pin. This soap.py file is what's going to send the communication forward to Call Manager. Since it's a web app, it has to be in a running state to listen to incoming messages from UCCX. And we do that by running this command, Python manage.py run server. Now, what this is going to do is it's actually going to run a local web server here. If you want, as you can see here, it's running a local host IP 127.0.0.1. If you want to run it on a custom port or a custom IP address, you can do that as well. For that, you just need to put in the IP address colon the port number after run server. So it's going to be Python manage.py run server and then the IP colon and then the port. So I will be uploading all this code on GitHub with its own detailed README file. So you'll be able to download it from there. Now let's have a quick look at the UCCX script. Okay, again, I won't be covering the script in detail because I assume that you already have a working knowledge of UCCX scripting. So I assume you would be able to follow the steps on your own. You will be able to download the script from GitHub as well once I upload it there. I'll just briefly cover the REST API part and let's see. Okay, yeah. So this is the main menu where you have two options that we saw in the flowchart. The first option is to retrieve the extension details. Let's review the first REST statement within that option. Okay, so here is the REST settings. So as you can see, it's supposed to send a GET request to this URL, and this URL is where the Django web server is running. So this IP address that we just talked about here, this one, I mean, currently it is like a local host, but of course you can change it to some other IP which is active on your system. So this is where this GET REST request will be sent. And once Django app has this information, it will invoke the appropriate function from the soap.py file and send it to the call manager in its own language. Now let's look at the second REST statement, which was supposed to reset the extension mobility pin. Okay, it's again taking a few seconds. Okay, so it is slightly different because here we are actually modifying the data in the call manager database. So it's going to be a put request. And of course, accordingly, you'll have to send some data in the body of the REST request because if you're making a change in the system's database, then the information that you want to be put in place of the existing information needs to be shared via the body. So this is what it's doing. This body contains the new pin that the user entered in the IVR menu. Now this covers the basic overview of the coding and the scripting part, and we can now move to the final demo. Okay, so here we have the CIPC, and we will demo option number one first, in which new employees can call into the IVR and get details about the extension or the phone number assigned to them by the voice team or by the HR. And this is the JSON file that we are using as a pseudo HR database. And we will call in as Alice Morgan with an employee ID of 48291. So let's actually call the IVR.
Welcome to your voice telephony assistant. Please enter your employee ID followed by pound.
So that is 48291.
You have entered
48291.
Press 1 if this is correct. Or press
Yes.
your name is.
Alice Morgan.
Press 1 if this is correct.
Yes.
Or press 2. Thank you for confirming. Press 1 if you want to know your extension. Press 2.
Yep.
Your extension is
46890.
Thank you for using this application. Goodbye.
Okay, so the system told Alice that her extension is 46890. Let's see and check if that is indeed true. So that's going to be A Morgan. And yes, the primary extension is 46890. Let's try it for another employee. So we can try this one, Carla Jenkins. So her employee ID is 30482. So let's call the IVR
Welcome
back.
to your voice telephony assistant. Please enter your employee ID followed by pound.
So that is 30482.
You have entered
30482.
Press 1 if this is correct.
Yes.
Your name is.
Carla Jenkins.
Press 1 if this is correct.
Yep.
Thank you for confirming. Press 1 if you want to know your extension.
Yes.
Press 2. Your extension is.
54210.
Thank you for using this application. Goodbye.
Okay, so the system said The extension for Carla is 54210. Let's see if that is true. Yeah, the primary extension is 54210. Now, in this particular use case and for this demo, I'm relying on this field for the API communication. Now, of course, if you want to build your own application which is similar to this, or you want to expand this same application, then of course you can modify the code accordingly. There are multiple different ways to grab the DN information, and it all depends on how your own systems are configured. Sometimes in many organizations people don't usually select primary extension here, so in that case you will have to probably look at the devices assigned to the user and get the DN information from there. So that's why I said it all depends on how your own systems are configured, and you might have to tinker around with the code accordingly. Now we will demo option number two, in which callers can call into the IVR and reset their extension mobility pin without calling the service desk or logging a ticket for the voice team. So before actually we demo that, let me make sure that we start off with a basic configuration. So we are on, since we are already here in this profile, let me reset the pin to 12345, 12345, and save it. And let's log in with that. Okay, extension mobility. So that is C Jenkins, and 12345. Okay, login is successful. Let's wait for the profile to come back. Okay, so the extension mobility profile for Carla is now on the system. I just wanted to make sure that we all are on the same page as far as the demo is concerned. So now we know that, okay, we manually set the pin to 12345 and we are able to log in with that. Now we are going to call into the IVR and reset that. But before we do that, let me just log out on this and wait for it to come back to its default configuration. Okay, we are back. So let's call into the IVR again.
Welcome to your voice telephony assistant. Please enter your employee ID.
So for
followed by
Carla, the
pound.
employee ID was 30482. So 30482 pound.
You have entered.
30482.
Press 1 if this is correct.
Yes.
Your name is.
Carla Jenkins.
Press 1 if this is correct.
Yes.
Press 2. Thank you for confirming. Press 1 if you want to know your extension. Press 2 to reset your mobility
Okay,
pin.
so this time we want to reset, so we'll press 2.
Please enter the new mobility pin followed by pound.
So let's set it to 3698 pound.
You have entered.
3698.
Press 1 if this is correct.
Yes.
Your new pin has been successfully set. Goodbye.
Okay, so let's try to log in back to the EM profile with 12345, the one that we originally set. It should not work because we just changed it on the IVR. So let's try it anyways. So that's going to be 12345. Okay, so it says it didn't work. It says we need to log in again. So now we are going to try 3698. This is the one that we just set on the IVR. Okay, so the login is successful. It's resetting again. Let's wait for the profile to come back. Okay, so the profile is back now. And so we know that the IVR self-service automation works. Let's log out and we'll try the same thing with another user. We'll probably try it with Alice Morgan again. So let's log out. Okay, it is back to its basic configuration. Let's go back and search for Alice here. Okay, so let's change the pin to 12345. 12345. Okay, let's go back to CIPC. Yep, A Morgan 12345. Okay, login is successful. Let's wait for it to load. Okay, so the profile is here now. Let me log out. Okay, yeah, sometimes it takes a few seconds to refresh because I'm on the VPN, so there is a delay sometimes. Okay, so now it's back to its default configuration. Now we are going to reset the extension mobility pin for Alice. Okay, so let's call the IVR back.
Welcome to your voice telephony assistant. Please enter your employee ID followed by pound.
For Alice, the employee ID is 48291, 48291.
You have entered.
48291.
Press 1 if this
Yes.
your name is.
Alice Morgan.
Press 1 if this is correct.
Yes.
Or press 2. Thank you for confirming. Press 1 if you want to know your extension. Press 2 to reset your mobility pin.
Yeah, we want to reset it.
Please enter the new mobility pin followed by pound.
Okay, so this time let's do this. 4758.
You have entered.
4758.
Press 1 if this is correct.
Yes.
Your new pin has been successfully set. Goodbye.
Okay, so now let's try to log in with 12345, the pin that we originally set. So we are doing the same demonstration that we did for Carla earlier. So let's go back to EM again. So this time A Morgan and 12345. Okay, yeah, it did not work as expected. Let's set the pin to 4758. This is the one that we just set, and submit. Okay, so the login is successful, and let's see. Okay, yeah, the profile is back again. So this shows that the self-service automation that we just talked about works well, and this basically completes the overview and the demonstration of this application. The idea was to basically give you the detailed information on how flexible middleware application can be. So these were just two of the use cases that we looked at. And but if you really want to expand it, you can actually do a lot more automation on the call manager side using a UCCX based IVR through with the help of a middleware application, because middleware application truly gives you the flexibility that you would otherwise not have if you wanted to talk to call manager from within UCCX. So I hope this gives you some ideas and helps you understand this whole system better, and you feel more confident to tackle your own use cases based on your own system configurations. If you want to see more such videos on automation or agentic AI or LLM based solutions in the context of unified communications, contact center, or networks, then please subscribe to the channel. And once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.